I wish to share the incredible story of the Lord's mercy on Hare Krishna Hill project. It's a personal story, a personal testimony of the reciprocations that we experienced from the Lord at defining moments of this project. Over the years, as I reflect what happened between 1988 and 1997, I can see distinctly the hands of the Lord as He unfolded His plans and steered us towards completion of this project. Miracle began from day one, even before the allotment of the land. When we came to the land, it was not at all inspiring, as thick clouds of industrial pollution from the neighboring GKW factory was settling on the hillock. The devotee who was with me said, "Prabhu, this land is not suitable for the temple." But as we reached the top of the hillock, we were surprised to find a thicket of tulsi growing there between the rocks, exactly where today the Garbhagriha stands. I told the devotee that this hillock is waiting to receive the Lord's lotus feet. Exactly as per my premonition, the BDA allotted this land in a short span of 6 to 7 months, when usually it takes 4 to 5 years. The BDA gave us only 3 months to pay a sum of rupees 10 lakhs. In 1988, it was a big sum, since our operations from a rented place never exceeded a few thousands. But miraculously, in 45 days, we raised the amount in small donations and paid to the BDA. This reciprocation of the Lord gave us so much confidence. Another turning point was of making a crucial decision whether the worship of Krishna and Balaram should start on the hill or we continue to remain in the rented premises till the temple was built. Srila Prabhupada had taught us that the Lord descends on the earth through the process of Sankirtana. So we had faith that if we worship the Lord on the hill with Sankirtana every day, the temple would automatically manifest. So we decided to move out of the rented premises. At that point of time, we could not afford to build more than a bundle of coconut leaves. We built a crude staircase from Cord Road to the top of the hillock, and then we moved Krishna and Balaram into the pandal. And thus began the next stage of Lord's Leela on Hare Krishna Hill.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna
We wanted to create a design that would appeal to the modern mind and yet keep the traditional elements of temple architecture in place. We got in touch with some of the top architects, but we were never satisfied with the different designs that they came up with. Finally, ardently praying to the Lord and depending upon the inspiration of the Lord, the design manifested through his devotees. One Jagat Chandra who was my roommate in IIT, was asked to come up with the concept design. That time he was in Cochin. Nothing came up for several months. Then one day I called him up and asked him whether he was doing his daily japa. He said no. Then I told him that if he can strictly do his japa for a month, then Krishna would manifest the design. He promised to do it. He strictly did his japa, and within a few months, this unique architectural design of combining the gopuram with structural glass manifested. In those days, even IT buildings had never come up with using structural glass in this country. Now we are at the design concept. There is compulsion on me to start construction because without actually starting the construction, people would hesitate to donate. I see Lord's hand in keeping us ignorant of the total cost in the beginning, because if he knew in the beginning itself that it was 30 crores, we would have got scared and would have never started the project. So a very miraculous thing happened here. Being a civil engineer, I just took a decision to start the ground floor columns. As we were building, we were also designing. And because entire design was not struck at a one shot, we never really knew how much the temple is going to cost. And as I said, this ignorance, probably sometimes ignorance is also power. If we knew about it, we would be scared. Actually, Srila Prabhupada demonstrated through his own life that with faith in the holy name, the Lord would send all the resources for his services. Miracles started happening. More and more young devotees joined the temple. Every morning, after the morning puja and japa, these devotees went out in 20 auto rickshaws, enrolling every day about 20 new donors. Just as a honeybee collects honey, the devotees, day after day, month after month, year after year, for 7 years, they raised 30 crores. And this is nothing short of a miracle, a reciprocation of the Lord. The power of the holy name, the power of japa yajna, the power of sankirtana.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that mat chittat sarvodurgani mat prasadat tarishyasi ata chettam ahankaran na shoshasi vinakshasi. If you become conscious of me, you will cross over all the obstacles by my mercy, by my prasada. Each time I faced an obstacle in design, I faced an obstacle, shortage of funds, I simply applied this verse of becoming conscious of Krishna, and miraculously the Lord is to inspire solutions, directions by which these obstacles could be crossed. Having experienced the wonderful reciprocation of the Harinama Japa, towards the end of the construction, I thought it is very appropriate to design something in this temple premises, which should give the visiting devotees an opportunity to experience the power of the holy name. So I designed 108 steps through which each devotee has to go through, standing on each step and chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra once, repeating after Srila Prabhupada's recorded tape. Today, after 15 years, 15 million devotees have gone through these steps before having darshan of the Lord. I consider this activity as a real heartbeat of this temple. At any given point of time, this temple is reverberating with the sound of the holy name of the Lord, whether it is at the Japa Mantapa, or Narasimha temple, or Srinivasa temple, or at the main temple hall of Sri Sri Radha Krishna Chandra. By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Lord Krishna, in just 9 years, starting practically with no money in 1988, 50 to 60 full-time missionary devotees and 40,000 donors, including 10,000 donors who gave 1 rupee a day, were blessed to build this temple. Japa of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, continues to expand its miracle, bringing peace, prosperity and happiness in the lives of people.